guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I am doing a review of the Wilderness Collide Oracle, and this was one that I saw on, let's see, Wolf Sister. That's right, Wolf Sister on Instagram. She's the creator of the Crystal Code, Tamara Dreesen, and she's working on so many other wonderful things, but she showed an image. It was her image, but it's in this oracle deck, and I believe her and the creator of this deck are friends, obviously. And so I had to go check it out. Ended up purchasing it off of Etsy, and just wow with the readings. So that's why I'm doing this review. I want to share it with you guys as well. But I do want to say that there are two different I guess cardstocks that you can get off of the Etsy shop. One of them is like the 400 GSM cardstock, which is like super thick. That's the one I got. But they said that there was kind of a mess up in the printing, so the edges are not as clean as the creator wanted them to be, so she discounted it to like 20 some dollars, which I was like, hey. And people were saying that there really isn't anything wrong with the thicker cardstock, even though she says that it may not be printed with the smoothest of edges. I like it, and if I could get it for like 20 some dollars, and I think it's absolutely perfect, like that's what I went with. I think the other one was a much thinner cardstock, but it is laminated, whereas this one is not. It's just the matte finish, and I'll go over that in just a moment. But I do want to go through the guidebook. Okay, so here we have this guidebook. It says the Wilderness Collide Guidebook, and obviously very awesome image, which actually this image, I believe, the creator sells it on her website. So like if you wanted to have it, up in your house, and I'm actually contemplating that. But here we go. So this is by Amanda Lynn Hales. And she goes through a little bit of an introduction on the Wilderness Collide and kind of how it came to be. And then there's a little ditty about, using the deck, but of course you guys know you can use it however you wish. And then it just goes into a little bit about each of the cards. Now the creator said her intention was not to give too much information, because ultimately she wants people to work on trusting themselves, their own messages, their own intuition. And I totally understand that, because that's what I did with my Wally's World Oracle as well, where I didn't want a whole lot of information on each card. I told everybody like what place was in each card, like if it was in England or if it was, wherever it was. But I really wanted people to use their own intuition. So I'm totally on board with that. So that's why you'll see that there isn't a ton of information on each of the cards. And let's see if we go to the back here. Of course, there is the credits and acknowledgments, and you have your artist, your creator, Amanda Lynn Hales. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, first of all, let's get into the backings. Ooh, so pretty. So it may not be reversible, those of you that read reversals. I think a lot of people don't do reversals when it comes to Oracle, so, but hey, if you do, I think you could still read it in the inverse position without having it physically turned upside down. Okay, so apparently these aren't supposed to be the smoothest of edges, but I think they're fine. So I was okay getting the cheaper deck because I love a matte finish. That's why my own Oracle deck has a matte finish. So you could see it has absolutely no protection on it. It's just a matte finish. It is that 400 GSM, so it's nice and thick. I'm like, heck yeah, that's what I wanted. But of course, if you wanted the other kind, where she said it's like a perfect cut, it's a thinner cardstock and it's coated, so it's super shiny, you could go for that one, but I didn't want to. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the cards. You know what? I don't think I did a size comparison for you guys, so let's go ahead and do that right now. I have my Santa Muerte tarot here, so you could see it's just a little bit wider and just a teeny bit taller, but otherwise it's your standard, I mean, just a little bit bigger than your standard tarot size. So I just wanted to mention that. So thank you so much, Santa Muerte, for lending your size there. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip these over. Take a look at these beautiful cards. So as you can see, it is collage-y, and then in white up at the top you have your keyword or words, or phrase I should say. And I think it's simplistic in that yes, there's a lot maybe going on here that's been layered on top of each other, which also I think is like a metaphor for the layered meanings that this has. But like here you have Way of the Wanderer. Now the guidebook isn't really going to give you a whole lot of information on it, so I would just have to go with what do I see in the picture, what's coming to mind when I hear that. And so you want to do that with each of the cards. So if you are somebody who is maybe just starting out in using cards, you know, whatever cards you have, you know, Oracle, Tarot, Marseille, you know, whatever it is, to just kind of like go in and like, when I look at this picture, what is coming to me? It's coming to mind. Am I hearing music? Like am I thinking of a song, I should say, or do I get a certain feeling? What's the feeling or thoughts that come to mind when I see that keyword? So yeah, I think this is a perfect deck for that. So I think it's great for beginners, but I also think it's great for people who are more seasoned that maybe want to enhance their intuition just a little bit more. So that's why, you know, I like to say I have so many different types of decks because I want them all to challenge my intuition. I want to build up parts of my intuition that I'm not as comfortable in, because I want them to be just as strong as the parts of my intuition that come more naturally to me. You know, it's a mindset that I've taken over from you know, my weightlifting, you know, because I'm a gym rat, you know, I was former NC2A athlete. So if there was anything that was not my strongest point, I made sure that I made it strong so that I could be unstoppable. So you want to, you know, maybe carry that over to a tarot and anything else that you do. Oh, I love that one so much. It's just so great. I will say, I love thick cardstock. I mean, I have some decks that are like pretty flimsy cardstock, and I still work with them. But if I have a preference and somebody gives me a preference, I will take the thicker cardstock. Ooh, breathe in. Fayborn, I love that one. Eye of the Unseen reminds me of the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Horus. Ooh. Oh, and this is Tamara Dreesen. So yeah, that was her picture. I actually saw the original one on her Instagram page. So yeah, her buddy was able to put her in a card. Like, how cool is that? And the last one. Okay, so we're going to give this a little bit of a shuffle. I'm just going to pull a card. We'll take a look at what the guidebook has to say on it, but then, you know, we'll pull out some of our own meanings from it. And hey, if this little mini reading that I'm doing connects with you, then fantastic. Not only did you get to come see a beautiful deck with its gorgeous images, but you also got a little mini reading. So how about that? If it doesn't connect with you, that's fine. You know, the purpose of me doing these reviews is just to show all the lovely artwork that's out there. You know, I just like showing that stuff off. Okay, let's do it one more time. Oh, mirror's reflection. That's interesting because I keep getting that one when I do like my one card draws. Let me bring this up here so you guys can see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. I know, it's such a gorgeous card, but I'm like, I keep pulling it in my daily draws, and now I'm pulling it during my deck review, so perhaps a message that I'm just not getting or that they're trying to reinforce. So we'll see. Okay, taking a look at the guidebook here, mirrors reflection. I'm guessing this is in alphabetical order. Yes, it is. Okay. Mirrors reflection. The reflection, it beckons us to see ourselves through it, though it does not always speak as we wish that it would. Even so, it holds a great deal of power, and we can use that power to dive deeper into connection with ourselves. Take time today in front of the mirror. Speak words of love to yourself as you look into your eyes. Tell yourself what you need to hear, words of forgiveness, words of encouragement, words of comfort. Feel emotions of gratitude as you look at your beautiful self, embracing these feelings even if your mind rebels against it. So I love that message. But for me, kind of also what I'm getting, because remember, the creator wants you to use your own intuition as well, is that much of our world around us is a reflection of ourselves. And that's something that, well, I guess maybe that's why this card keeps coming up for me. It's something that's hard for me to understand, like when there are, let's say, difficult situations or difficult people or things that just like rub me the wrong way, is really a reflection of what's going on inside of me. And sometimes I'm like, well, how can that be? Like, I would never be that person, or I would never try to do, X, Y, or Z. It's just a lot of deep, like, shadow work and kind of figuring out, why does it rub me the wrong way? Like, what's really going on, beneath the surface. And so, I think that the hardest thing for many of us to do is to look at people that we may not have the highest regard for and be like, well, how is that person a reflection of you? And you'd be like, what? I would never be that person. Well, it takes some deep diving, and it's uncomfortable, but the healing that you would get from it is amazeballs. So, so, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's my message too, but also your guys' message too. So there you go. All right. So, hey guys, if you dug this review, you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you have any comments or questions on it, please place it down below. I'll put the link to this deck down below if you're interested in purchasing it. But remember, I just do these reviews because I want to show off, a lot of the beautiful art that's out there and things that people are making. And if you want to catch a reading from me, and hey, maybe you want me to use this deck, just let me know upon purchase. But go over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. There are a plethora of readings over there, as well as my bracelets, my room and body sprays, my salves, and my Goddess of the Rose salve is like the most popular. And I had to make a whole new batch because I sold out, and I sold out of my healing salve. So I have some new batches of those. And I also have my Wally's World Oracle over there, so if you want to go check that out, that was community created and community funded. And I also have my Travel Witch altar pendant, so you can carry your altar close to your heart wherever you go, whether you are out and about, out of the broom closet or not. You can keep that altar close to your heart. I also have an ancestral altar pendant, which I am actually wearing, but I can't show you because I'm wearing it. And I have my rainbow bridge altar pendant. So if you want to honor your furry, feathery, scaly loved one and keep them close to your heart as well. Of course, they're always in your heart, but it's just a outward tactile item that you would have of them. So anyway, that's it for me, spiritual homies. If you want to send a little love my way because you enjoy the things that I do, then head over to patreon.com/kittens, weights, and tarot and join that KWT tribe for as little as $1 a month to get all kinds of free goodies from me. So definitely go check it out, and I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.